They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from the Saints yesterday. And then they trade away Jalen Reagor to the Minnesota Vikings today. And again, I understand that Reagor, as I pointed out, Reagor's name in Philadelphia isn't just mud, figuratively. It's also not Justin Jefferson. Okay? The fact that the Vikings snagged Justin Jefferson after the Eagles took Jalen Reagor, and Reagor is no longer on the team, and now he's a teammate of Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson is, one of the top receivers in the game just 2 years into his career. By the way, he's about to get the A.J. Brown treatment the end of this year. The Vikings are going to have to pizzay him. That's coming up.
Also,
but, the fact that he wasn't, he was not drafted by the Eagles, and the Eagles have now rectified that mistake in a way. You can't look back in the NFL. You got to look forward, which is, again, another reason why you can't just say Trey Lance is going to be this quarterback on the San Francisco 49ers after this year. You could sit there and say that and that they're going to stick with him. But, I mean, if Garoppolo gets in and does well and wins a Super Bowl, what are they going to do? Jimmy G is just 30, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because you could sit here and say, well, that would be just a total waste of all those draft picks. Well, the people who, quote unquote, wasted the draft picks, they're halfway through not picking in the first round, and they have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year. Well, they have a roster that can win it. And then what if Garoppolo puts another trophy in the case? What are they going to, those guys are going to get fired because they wasted draft picks on Trey Lance? It's what the past is the past in the NFL. It's the present. It's the now. That's how you can go from worst to first in the NFL. So Howie Roseman, yeah, you hook him up to sodium pentothal. Does he want to trade Jalen Reagor to the Minnesota Vikings because he busted out on Justin Jefferson? Of course not. He'd rather have Justin Jefferson. A.J. Brown might not be on this team for all the gajillions of dollars if Justin Jefferson was balling out for the Eagles, right?
Also, let's be clear. The Eagles, that wasn't even the worst wide receiver pick of that draft. Like, the one that kicked it off, really.
N'Keal Harry instead of DK Metcalf?
No.
Oh, that was bad.
Henry Ruggs going first
instead of
CeeDee
Lamb.
Instead of Jefferson or Lamb. Like,
yeah.
Probably should not have been Henry, especially now.
I guess what I mentioned was a different draft anyway. So Warren Sharp tweeting this out. Check it out. This is good. On Tuesday, the Eagles get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and a 7th. They give up 5 and a 6th. Today they give up Jalen Reagor, get another 7th, but get a 5th that could become a 4th. It's nearly the same amount of picks. And the deal that Howie Roseman got for Reagor, which was, again, a 7th and a 5th that could become a 4th. Dallas, for Amari Cooper, got 1/5 and a swap of 6th.
Jeez.
Now, Cooper's worth $20 million, which is probably why you're not getting the value in the draft.
That's true.
If you're getting that salary, and Cleveland's taking that salary off your books.
That's true.
So it's not all in a vacuum, to use a phrase that you used earlier right there, but Howie's got to feel really good.
Yeah.
Man, is it all on Jalen Hurts' shoulders and arms and head and heart, or what? That's not a bad head, heart, and shoulders and arm and legs to rest him on.
Yeah, I mean, I said right after the draft that I hated what the Eagles did in the draft. Absolutely hated it because they got so good.
Jordan Davis is going to be a problem, and if Nakobe Dean's healthy, that's a heist.
Yeah, him
falling in the draft as far as he did, that is a heist.
I'd have been happy.
I would have been happy if the Jets had traded back into the first round for Nakobe Dean instead of Jermaine Johnson III, who I'm ready to root like crazy for.
You guys did all right, though.
I know we did, but I'm just pointing out how happy I would have been for my team if Nakobe Dean was a first rounder.
Didn't we give a deal to Nakobe Dean?
We did.
Yeah,
he was the final NIL deal for us after they won the whole shooting match. And I love talking to him. What has he got, like a 4.0 and some sort of engineering? Wasn't he an engineer or something like that? He's got a head on his shoulders.
I remember it was a good combo.
He's just so good. I just watched him like barking at the rest of his dogs on defense if they were in the wrong spot. They were all like, oh, okay.
Mechanical engineering.
Yeah, they didn't bark back at him. Nice move for the Eagles. Nice.